What's going on, everyone? I'm here, Walmart driver Crespo, with another video of how my week went and what to do if you break down. Okay. Um, First of all, I made it to my 90 days. I got my 90 days in. Got my associate card, my discount card from Walmart. Now I feel like I'm official. But I had a great week. I had a great week. Obviously, the truck I was supposed to drive was not ready, so they gave me a Peterbilt. Not really thrilled about Peterbilts, but they do the job. They do feel like they pull harder than the Freightliner, and it's really comfortable on the inside. It does have a rattle from the steering column that thing will keep you up while you're driving. But it was a great week. I stayed in the southeast of my region. I'm in region 2. So I did a lot of, I did Louisiana. I did, South Texas, sort of Braunfels, Sealy, Dallas. I just kind of stayed in that area. I didn't go to Oklahoma. I didn't go to Plainview. Thank God. I didn't do any of that. But they stayed busy. I was really busy. It was a good week. Made some good money, helping to make my ADP get higher. So, my ADP is the average daily pay, in case you guys didn't know. But the truck I was in, it was a great truck, but it ended up that it's coming off the fleet. I don't know why. It's a 2020 with 420,000 miles. But I guess whoever the driver was is getting a brand new truck, and that truck was coming off the fleet. So I was the person that drove it last. Good truck's gonna run good for whoever needs the next. But also want to give a shout out. I forgot your name. I tried to look at your shirt. I have a couple people say hi to me at the Sanger, DC, and they recognize me from the YouTube videos. I'm glad you guys are watching. Thank you for watching. Everyone, thank you for watching. I do these videos just to do something interesting while I'm on the road and, talk to people that might be interested. So, but just want to say hi. Thanks for coming up and saying hi. And, yeah. So today's video is a little bit about what to do when you break down. And trust me, I know what to do when you break down. I dealt with it. So Walmart started using a outside company that deals with road assist. Like I think it's called FleetNet. Okay, and my truck broke down the day they made the switch. So it was a lot of like not knowing what to do and not really anybody else knowing what to do. Everyone I called, they were kind of like, well, I'm not sure because we just started with this company. And then when I called the company, they weren't sure what to do. So just get ready because they're going to ask you for a lot of information when you call the FleetNet, when you break down. You can call Road Assist for the number. To save it, if you need it, it's 833-630-0126, and that is 24/7. For breakdown, road assist, lock your key, whatever you need, they'll be there. All right, but there's certain things that you're gonna need to have ready. In my other company, I just call, let them know, hey, I broke down here. That's it. They took care of it. I just sat there. They called me back. Tow truck driver will be there in like 2 hours. All I had to do. I assumed it was like that here at Walmart. Well, no. First of all, make sure you have your tractor. Not only your tractor, but your tractor VIN number. Your tractor number, your tractor VIN number, trailer number, and trailer VIN number. Okay? I don't know why they need it, but they're going to need it. They're going to ask you for that stuff. So make sure if you break down, get all the permits out, because you're going to need a bunch of information off of those. You're going to need to know where you're at. You're going to have to find, like, I run with a Garmin on the dash, because I like the Garmin. It gives me an ETA. I follow the tablet, the Navigo on the truck, but I like the Garmin to give me an ETA on when I'm gonna get there. Well, they have a way for you to see what mile marker you're at on the Garmin. So you're gonna need to know which direction, what highway, and what mile marker, to be exact. That way they could get to you. They're gonna ask you that. They're gonna ask you the city. They're gonna ask you the state. They're gonna ask you everything about the location where you're at. If you're in a rest area, what rest area? Are you going east? Are you going west? Are you going north? Are you going south? You're gonna need all that information, okay? They're gonna ask you for a callback number, obviously, because they're gonna have to call you back, and then they're gonna ask you what do you need done. You know, that's all the information they're gonna require from you when you break down and you're on the road. There is a FleetNet app on the phone that you could download, and I believe you could use the app. I'd rather talk to somebody, just because I could have an idea and ask her, hey, what do you think? Or can you call me back? Can I call you back? I feel like if I'm using an app, I don't really get an answer right away, or I don't even know if they received the message. I don't even know if they have any questions. So honestly, I'd rather call and then to use the app. Obviously, once you call them, I would definitely call your dispatcher or your planner or whoever it is that we call to get the loads, or when we get the, you know what I mean, when we get the paperwork, the assignment, or when we get the load, when we, we got to talk to the coordinators. That's what they're called. Let them know what's going on, and in case you need to get a repower or things like that. You also want to call because sometimes if it needs to be towed, some dealers can't have trailers in the dealers. They might not have any room. So you're also going to need to see what you need to do with that trailer, if it's loaded or if it's not loaded. In my case, the tow truck company wanted to take it to their yard, fully loaded, but Walmart didn't want me to leave it there unattended. So I will have to sit and wait till somebody came and grabbed the trailer. Or the tow truck driver was supposed to bring me to a Walmart, and we could have left it in the Walmart parking lot. So what I did is I took advantage of that, and I told the tow truck driver that Walmart needed the trailer to be at this store, and that we could just leave it in the parking lot because even though I broke down, I delivered the load. It got to the store. Walmart just had somebody, when they went in the morning, drop their trailer, pick that one up, put it in the door, and the load got delivered no matter what. So that's another thing you gotta be aware of, what to do with the trailer. So you might wanna, when you're talking to the coordinator, kind of ask them what they want you to do with the trailer, because that way, while the tow company and they're trying to get in contact with who's gonna come help you, well, they're over there trying to figure out what to do with the trailer. So that way you're not spending time when the tow truck driver's there trying to figure out how it's going to be done. Also, when you get the truck to the dealership and you get the, I got the truck towed to the Freightliner dealership in Albuquerque. Well, the tow truck driver wanted a payment. Obviously, we don't have, we do have a fleet card, but it doesn't pay the toll. So what you could do is, as soon as you get to the dealer, you ask the service advisor or the dealer person, ask them if they could give a PO to the tow truck driver that Walmart would pay them. And that's how they were able to pay for my tow bill. The guy from the dealership gave the tow truck driver a PO number, and that was how he was able to get paid eventually, or that was how he was able to release the tractor and go on his way, because he wanted a payment and I've never had to deal with payments or anything, so I didn't know what to do. I gave him the fleet card just in case, because I could always have a receipt and scan it in or bring it in, but that didn't work. It was declining. Again, this happened the first day of the switch, so nobody knew what I was supposed to do. And the dealer guy, the service advisor, said, "Don't worry, I'm going to give you a PO, and you could go on your way, and we'll get paid. We'll get payment from Walmart." So that's how it went. So that's a quick rundown on what to do on breakdown. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, it was earlier, but it took to about 2 o'clock in the morning for a tow truck driver to get there. So when I had all these questions, there was nobody in the office. There's really nobody you could talk to. So you just kind of try to figure things out. And so just be ready, have all the information you need. Everything you could have. Get the VIN numbers, track the trailer number, mile marker that you're at, what highway you're at, whether you're going north, south, east, west. If you're at a certain, attraction or something close to it, just be like, hey, I'm a half a mile after, I don't know, the Big Texan in Amarillo. Something like that, And then you also, the city and state, I usually get that from the weather apps. So I went on to Weather Channel, and I put for the weather on my precise location, and that's how I was able to give them the town name. We drive a lot. Sometimes you don't know what town you're in. So that's the way that I was able to get the town name. And what do you need done? Explain what the problem is, because I explained what the problem was. The lady on the other side of the phone thought it was just like a check engine light, and she sent somebody to clear the code, but that wasn't clearing the code. So after 2 hours of waiting for him, and him trying to do a manual regen on the truck that didn't work, it took about 4 hours total before they realized, oh, we need a tow truck. And I had to wait another 2.5 hours for that tow truck to get there. So, but it was a lot of waiting. But once you break down on a Walmart truck, you go on duty breakdown, and you're getting paid as soon as you hit that breakdown, and you stay on duty breakdown till the truck is fixed. You get paid all those hours until the truck is fixed. Once you get a call from the dealer that the truck is fixed, you go and you put yourself off duty, sleeper berth, or on sleeper berth, and you have to do a 10-hour reset. And then you go back to your hotel. Because while your truck is in the shop, Walmart does pay for the hotel. You get a limit of $150 per night for the hotel. So I didn't know that, but I guess I'll let you guys know that, because I got a hotel. It was Albuquerque. There's a lot of questionable hotels, and the reasonable one that I found was about $166. I offered to pay the $16 out of pocket, but they let it slide this time. Just know that it's $150 for the hotel night total. So if it's $136 plus tax, it's $150. That's what you get. I was able to get a nice room with a hotel. I was able to get a nice room in a hotel, and they had a restaurant, so I was able to eat and relax while I was getting paid, and the truck was in the shop. So breaking down at Walmart, it's not bad at all. It's actually beneficial. You'll actually probably make more money in that situation, because you're getting paid all those hours for waiting. And I think that's it, guys. Make sure you give him a good number. Make sure you get make sure you write down names of everybody you talk to. Always ask for a name. It's always good. And, write down the name and the phone number that called you or that you're calling. So if you have any questions, you know which number to call back. Okay? But other than that, breakdown on the road is, besides the waiting, it's pretty cool. So, but be good, be safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and try not to break down on the highway. All right? Have a good one, guys.